Welcome back to today, guys. It's time for another manga webtoon review. Welcome back once again, guys. The Press through the company Easy Press or Easy Press, I believe it's pronounced, is creating webtoons into kind of manga form. You still read it like the Western way, from um, left to right. So it's also full color, gloss pages. Real nice copy that I have here. Because of that, the price is a little higher, but not too bad. So yeah, thank you again for Impress for sending me, or Easy Press for sending me this to review. You guys want to check out more reviews of them? Uh, this is the channel for it. I have a lot of the reviews here. You can also check them out and support them on their own website, empress.com. Um, give them some love for sure. There is a link in the description below where you guys can buy cheap manga, anime, webtoons at a very reasonable price, cheaper than retail. So if you're looking for a place, check out that link there, and you guys can find stuff like this one and other stuff. This one's called A Business Proposal, and it is an original story by Haiwa, I believe, and then Perea is the one that adapted it into what it is now. So it's actually a very good story. If you like uh, kind of like romance that it's an impossible romance. This is kind of it for you. It's really more into that drama, romantic kind of thing. So we have our main character, who is this girl right here, and she is Harashin, and Harashin is um, coerced, forced almost by her friend to go in a blind date in her behalf. And her friend's rich, and her dad wants her to be married off already, and she's tired of going to these blind dates. So she tells her to go, and she basically goes and meets this guy. Now, this guy is the new CEO of her company, and luckily she is all dolled up. She has a wig, she has a lot of makeup on. Um, so even though when she finds out that he is CEO, and even though he sees her in the company, they don't recognize each other. Or he doesn't recognize her because she doesn't look like the girl that he went on a date. Now, before this whole date, the CEO, busy guy, workaholic, like clear example is him. He promised himself that no matter who would go to the date, he was going to marry. And this is actually very key because beyond the story, there's a lot of, oh, I thought it was him, I thought it was her, we got confused, and so on and so forth. But short story, long story short, essentially her friend, the rich girl, ends up meeting the CEO's secretary, thinking that he is the CEO, and she falls in love with him. Because of this, when she does find out the entire truth through events, she doesn't want to date the CEO. She wants to be with the guy that she fell in love with, and she tells the CEO the truth. I basically hired someone. She paid her friend. Her friend needed money because she was working her life away, and so that's not completely a lie. And to go in my behalf onto this date, and things happen. So he insists he wants to marry the girl that he saw. Again, goes back to this whole like he promised himself that no matter who went, he was gonna marry her. And yeah, her friend essentially convinces her to go on a date to ask for forgiveness, but ends up again hooking her up with the CEO on a blind date. And luckily, she puts the makeup in the wig, so the friend still doesn't look like her regular self, and forces her to go with him. And he basically tells her like, "Hey, we have a weird situation, but," he kind of convinces her that he is the better deal to be married, but she still fights against it. Like it's a CEO, and he tells her, "Well, you owe me." So he decides to pay her off, just like the friend, to basically say that they're dating, so that his grandfather is off his back. And he's like, that's the only way I can do it. Because if you were my employee, I would make you pay a different way, which is firing you. So clear indication that Hadi Shin is in no position now to confess to him that she's actually one of his workers, because now her job would be on the line if she did confess. That, in a nutshell, is the entire series. Didn't do the best job in describing everything, and that's on purpose. I don't want you guys to get the whole story, but it's a very good romantic story. A lot of twists and turns. The characters, they're not. She's a very believable of a character. He's a little bit, out there, very workaholic. I've never met someone like that. I've met people maybe half way of where he is. He's very like things have to be a certain way. I don't think I've ever met someone like that in real life. So realistically thinking, it's mainly the POV of the girl. She's the more realistic character, and yeah, it's still a pretty good series. Again, these are webtoons. This is a Korean webtoon, so it has a lot of that culture. If you've never seen Korean cultures, it's a very good, very good interpretation of the business world, at least of the Korean culture. And yeah, it's a great job. I do like to say that because people start thinking, well, it's very different from the mangas that I've read. Well, yeah, because this is a Korean webtoon adapted into what it is now, not hardcover, but a book. Um, and yeah, because Yem Press and Easy Press, they do mangas, you kind of assume it's the same thing, but it's not. Different culture, different mindsets, but it's still a very, very good story. So recommended for sure. Check it out on my description below. Again, there's a link where you guys can check out very cheap manga and light novels. You can also subscribe to my channel to keep on watching more reviews. I do appreciate all the love and support that you guys show on this channel. Please continue doing that. And guys, like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.